Hello.
A new location, guys.
See.
It's very brand new.
Yes.
How are you, Simpson?
I'm good. How are you?
By the way, this is your co-host, Raya. Welcome back.
This is Simpson.
We might have a visitor. It's Simpson's pet.
Yes.
Not mine.
Yes. Her name is Rita, and she is moody as hell. So if you see some things flying around,
She's the most adorable cat
us.
that I've encountered, honestly.
I know she's so cute.
So cute.
So pretty.
I like moody girls, and she's a moody girl.
Yeah. I don't really like moody, but it just happened to be that I have two moody girls in my life.
I guess.
I love it.
You
Not
don't chase us.
complaining.
You attract us.
Yes, I'm attracting that. So
Exactly.
love it. We'll never replace it by anything.
How was your week?
It was good. I was not feeling very good this week. So I had to just spend the entire time in the house. I cannot complain about that. I love staying home, so it was good. But yeah, just recovering. You?
It's been good, but super stressful, honestly. And I did my Botox appointment this week.
Oh, how did it go?
Honestly, it went good. I really needed it because I keep on grinding on my teeth every night. Like I seriously wake up with like my neck hurts, my jaw hurts. Sometimes I have like migraines. Sometimes I have headache just because of that.
Did you feel it? Like
So I usually put Botox here.
Yeah.
And here, but I usually also get regular Botox like for my nose, so whenever I smile it doesn't go down, and like on my forehead or on my eyes.
Yeah.
Things like that. I don't see the difference till like 2 weeks after the appointment, so I still have to wait.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also taking like some medications to relax me because I feel like I'm so tensed, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I don't know why, honestly. I guess just because I'm going through a lot of things and a lot of changes and, you know, things that matter. So it happens.
Yeah.
But other than that, honestly, my week was good. I got a new couch. I want you to see it.
Oh my god.
Because I don't know how I feel about
You
it.
got it in the place? It's there
I
already?
because like I ordered it from Wayfair, and they have like a service where you can actually have them bring it in, take the boxes with them, put it where you want it to be.
White glove, whatever.
Exactly, white glove. So that's what I did, and it was easy. Seriously, he was in the house 5 minutes and out.
Hell
I
yeah.
love it every time.
Because I'm gonna order from them, so that's
Every time
that's
you
good to
order
know.
it, get the white glove with it.
Perfect. The
Like-
one that I want, it says underneath it, white gloves service for free.
I
So
love
was like,
that,
yeah.
honestly, because you don't have to deal with the boxes. You don't have to deal with where to put it, carry it, or anything. They do everything to you,
That's
assemble
perfect.
it as well. So
Yeah.
it's just, I love the service. I was so happy with it.
That's great.
I don't know, like I want to do some stuff in that corner that we usually do the podcast in. So we added a couch. I'll see. It's a work in progress, honestly, because I don't like to buy everything all at once. I like to bring piece by piece and build it up, because every time I buy everything at once, I don't like it, you know, and I end up with the things that I bought.
It looks like a setup, you know, like something that has not been like collected over time.
Yeah.
You could tell
There's
when
no
some
personality
items,
to it.
Exactly.
True,
It feels like a setup or whatever.
So that's what happened this week. Where else? Oh, I did some severe workouts, honestly. I carried some weight that I was not supposed to carry. And yesterday was so bad. Like my glutes were like in pain. Every time I sit down, it's so painful. And I keep stretching, and now my glutes still hurt. I'm doing some butt exercises because I gotta meet my goal this year.
You know, I'm not an expert in working out, but I saw the other day a video that you're supposed to stretch
Before and
after.
Yes, but I also like carried weight that I'm not usually carrying.
Oh,
so
okay.
like,
did you jump into like a really high number?
No. I did lunges with weight.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's something that I haven't done also in a long time. So more weight, something that I haven't done. So It's just soreness, and I love being sore, honestly. Even though it's a little bit painful, but I like the pain of being sore. I enjoy it.
If to me legs, no, I hate it.
Yeah.
Any other workout is fine if I feel the pain, but I cannot do leg day. Hell no.
My favorite day is leg day.
I hate it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I hate leg day, but it's just me.
Yeah.
So today we want to talk about
us being Arabs.
in the U.S.
Arab.
I've actually had a classmate that was like, Arab.
What's up?
Arabic. I was like, girl.
Arabic?
And she was not white. So I was like, you have no excuse.
Ooh.
Get it together.
Every time I say I'm from Iran.
I know. I'm like,
so like
please.
Iran?
There's
you guys
a
are
whole
the
letter.
same thing? I'm like, no.
And they're like, you
It's the
speak
same.
the same language? I'm like,
I know.
and actually it happens a lot to Iranian people that they just approach them with like Arab words.
Yeah.
Because like some of my Iranian friends, they'll be like,
Yeah.
they just approach them with like Habibi or whatever the
Yeah.
Arab words that we use, and they don't use it. Like,
Yeah.
it's a complete two different languages. So let's not do that.
Yeah, but
please.
today we're talking specifically about Arabs, us being Arabs, things that we like about being Arabs, things that we do not like about being Arabs. Everything.
And then about the Arab community in the U.S.
It's so funny because like we're Arabs, so we have the right to talk good and bad about our community because we are part of it.
Yeah.
You can't say, oh, somebody's gonna call us self-hating Arabs.
I don't care. I really don't. I'm
That's
saying
hilarious.
things for my people to listen and to better themselves about things that, we don't agree with or we found that it's a bit traumatic growing up with,
Honestly, yeah.
So every community, and I'm gonna probably people are gonna hate me for this, but every community got the good and the bad.
Oh,
Every
100%.
everyone got good and bad, and it's good when you notice the bad things and you try to work on it and educate people about it.
Totally agree.
So
Honestly, such a you would be a hypocrite if you say
Exactly.
no, everything is good being an Arab.
like
No.
a perfect
Yeah.
being an Arab or any other race. It's
No.
just it does not make sense.
What I love, because I'm in the United States, is that I speak Arabic. Sometimes I can talk shit and nobody can understand. That's a plus for me in the state. In some areas, not every area, because now we have
Yeah.
a lot of Arabs in the United States. So everywhere you go, you might encounter somebody from the Middle East that speaks Arabic. But it's still a plus, to be honest.
It really is, but like you said, it depends. Like in New York, could not.
No.
There was an Arab between every other person. Like I would walk and there are Arabs surrounded by Arabs everywhere. But like here in Houston, because it's not as dense as New York, there are a lot of more Arabs here, but like we don't, bump into each other like that.
True.
But honestly, even if I do, like, because I've been in situations where I don't feel comfortable because certain people say some things, or stuff like that, and I know exactly what they're saying, I don't care. I would say something like,
Okay,
what are
gotcha.
you talking about? Like one time when we used to work together at a certain place, there will be like Arab customers that would come in and they would think that we're not speaking Arabic, and they would just talk shit, like, like this stupid person or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not nice to assume that I might not be from your,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I might not understand you,
Yes.
therefore you can talk shit in front of me about me.
Exactly.
Yes.
And I hate that assuming where you are from, because like you have a lot of features that
Yeah.
a person could
You
tell that you're
cannot miss
immediately.
I'm an Arab. You
Exactly.
cannot, like, absolutely
If you do,
cannot.
you got something.
Yes.
Yeah, like what? Like Arab.
Yes.
I do get mistaken sometimes, and I get it. It's fine.
For
like
Latinas, probably.
Yes,
Yeah.
mostly.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes Latinos come to the job and they would try to talk to me in Spanish. They would think that I'm lying. I'm like, I swear I speak Arabic.
Yeah.
Like, but it's just, I don't think that's the most annoying thing in Arabs and other ethnicities, where they assume that you might be from that one particular place.
Yeah,
And,
prejudgment.
yeah.
For sure.
but yeah, what is What is the most thing that you like, going back to the same question that you started it off with, as being Arab, and what is the most thing that you don't like?
I love that I am an Arab because I have a culture and it's a very strong culture, and I feel like I belong to an Arab. Before, like, I didn't feel like I belonged to anything because I was also half here and half there, and
confusion.
Honestly, confused between who do I really belong to because I act this way or I think this way, and some people from Middle East do not think like how I think, you know. But now I feel like it's about the culture and your background, you know what I mean, or your family background, your how do you call it, like your
roots.
Like
the things
like,
that
you know
grew up,
like you feel like you have a culture.
Some like, things that you can relate to. Things that were embedded in you, even though you spend most of your time outside of that country.
Like part of it is the language, part of it is the religion. It's not just Muslim. No, I'm talking about the religions, like the diversity of religions in the Middle East. It has a lot of effect on our culture, you know, because our culture is so diverse. You can't really pick up point is like, oh, this is a Muslim culture. No, it's a very diverse culture. So this is something that I really admire, that I belong to. And I just love telling people I'm an Arab. Honestly, I love it. Like, thank God. I'm so thankful.
I love it too, but honestly, I'm very thankful. I love all the other Arab countries, and like, if you know me and you're that close to me, you know that if anybody talks shit about any other Arab country, I defend right away, because I belong there. You know, it's my culture, like that I was saying. But I love saying that I'm Iraqi. Like,
of course.
There is a little joke between me and my friends at school that I used to be like, did you know that I'm from Iraq? And I would say it every 30 minutes just to piss them off. I love saying that, and I can relate to the diversity. I feel like Iraq specifically is the most diverse country in all of the other Arab countries. There are so many different
religions and beliefs and
ethnicities within the country. You know, there's Kurd, there's Turkish, there's Arabs. There are so many. You know,
Yazidi, like so many.
And then it's the oldest civilization.
Exactly,
like,
the oldest
civilization. I'm so proud to say, we don't have much now, but like, we started everything in this motherfucking world. So I'm very happy to be from this country. But also there are things that I do not like of being an Arab, is how we are very divided. Like, we're not all one hand. People can sense that. A lot of non-Arabs can sense that we do not like each other sometimes as in Arab countries, or we have some issues with one another. And I try to do my best to erase that image and give a better, a better perspective about an Arab person to other people. But no matter how I try, it's always going to be there. That, the bond is not strong.
I think it's because of media and propaganda, honestly. I feel like the media always tries to cause issues between countries politically. Therefore, an outsider looking in would see that we're not united, because every time you look in the news, there is something going on.
Sure.
So it becomes like a stereotype about Arabs that each country has a problem with its neighboring countries, which is not true, honestly. The people do not care about those issues, because these issues has been going on for years and people are sick of it. But I feel like the people themselves, especially if you leave the Middle East and you, let's say, come to the United States, to the West, I feel like you become a little bit careful with making Arab relationships because of that stereotype. Like, it's true that you don't believe it, but you still think that it might exist.
It's embedded in you, whether you like it or not.
Exactly. Because you can meet an Arab, but you do not know, is the Arab that you're meeting going to think the same way you think, or are they politically involved? You know what I mean? Or they have different ideologies. So it is a little bit of a sensitive subject between Arabs to talk about them being Arabs, honestly.
Yeah.
Because most Arabs are not satisfied with their governments. Most Arabs. What I don't like about being an Arab is the gossip. Honestly, I feel like the gossip game in the Middle East is so strong. Like it's the strongest. I know everywhere in the world there is gossip, but I feel like in the Middle East is the strongest because we have a lot of housekeepers, and most of women are jobless, and we have a lot of people are unemployed. These things do cause gossip because you do not have other things to do other than grouping with people, hanging out with people, and this causes gossip. You're not busy with anything. You're not busy with work. Nothing is making your brain busy and your thoughts busy and creative. No, all you're thinking about is the things that you're doing every day, which is grouping with your group, and talking shit about people. So this is something that I truly dislike, and it's part of our culture because our culture enjoys hanging out, it's like a community, you know what I mean? And part of being in a community is being okay with the gossip, because you can't just be in a community and not gossip. Like, it's impossible, honestly.
True. And then there is another thing that ties back to gossip, is that we care about what other people say about us.
Yeah.
And because we know that people gossip a lot in our community, we tend to not express ourselves out because we know that once they get home, they're gonna talk shit about me a little bit.
Yep.
And I wish that we stopped doing this because we try to hide who we are a lot. Like, as soon as you see an Arab steps out of their community, I don't know, to the US, anywhere, like Canada, I don't care. Like, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You start seeing them acting different.
Yeah.
Or not really acting different, but expressing who they really are because they feel that they are in a safer environment to do so. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like, gossip and like being a bit like...
And like, I can't tell people, oh, don't care about the community, don't care about what people say, which you shouldn't, okay? But I can also understand that they live in a community where word of the mouth matters a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is how they grew up, and hopefully it changes in the future. But for them, is like what other people say about them, it's important. Like, how you represent yourself outside the house and in your community, it's something that is part of who you are, and people will always go back to that image and how you represent yourself to the community. And they judge you based on that. And they judge your family based on that. They judge your kids based on that. So it's like kind of like a stigma that stays with you forever. So
literally
you
a scar, that it will never heal, basically.
Yeah.
This is a very good point. I feel like because you need to start breaking the generational curse. You know what I mean? And if anybody tries to judge you, because they're never gonna be direct. You're always gonna hear it from someone else. And if they do, just be upfront. Just be like, it's me. I got nothing to do with my family. You know, like, if you are not okay with something that I'm doing, then you shouldn't tie my family back with me.
True.
And the family should understand that this person has their own thoughts, has their own belief. You know what I mean? And that they shouldn't force their own beliefs and thoughts onto their kids just because they're gonna carry that burden with them forever.
I feel like it is changing a little bit, but it will take time for it to be a little bit more westernized, even though I really don't like to describe it as that. But it is like that, because in the West, people care less about what other people say. So it's something from the West, you know? It's a thing that people do in the West. They're more open-minded about who you are. They care less about the person next to them because they're too busy with their life. They're working, and there is so much stress in their life already to a point that they cannot think about what the other person is thinking. You know, nobody cares about how you think or what you do because they're already busy.
But I would never want them to get to that point. Because I also love
the community,
and I love that we work until 12 or 1 p.m. and then the whole family
I don't think that's
sits
going to
back.
change. I don't think that's going to change, because this is something that the West is trying to copy from the Middle East, is have less working hours where people are working
and
from
when
home.
is that going to be?
I don't know, but
Working
I feel like
from home is not less working.
No, it's more
It's
working.
actually more working, and it's very stressful.
Honestly, I was watching a documentary the other day, and it says like creating the iPhone and having the iPhone with you means that you are on the clock 24/7, because you have your emails, you have your text phone.
Yeah.
Anybody can call you at any time. Anybody can text you at any time, and they can email you at any time.
Yes.
Basically, you are on the clock 24/7.
Literally. I mean, I get emails sometimes at 10.
Yeah.
At 10 at night. I'm like, I'm about to go to bed.
And
What
you
am I
have to
getting
think
email
about it
for?
going to bed. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, even if you're not
So stressful.
taking care of the email and responding right away. No, you're going to go to bed thinking about it to a point that the first thing you wake up in the morning is thinking about the work. So did you really rest?
No. And sometimes, because I work mostly in the office because it's a fabrication job, sometimes I take the day to work at home. At the office, I work 8 hours and I leave. When I do it at home, I don't know why it ends up being like 10, 12 hours. And I'm not getting paid extra for that time. So I'm like, what am I doing? Let me just go to the office and clock out and leave.
Yeah. I honestly prefer that people go to their office, finish their work, leave the office, and not think about the work ever again. But it's also changing because a lot of people are business owners now. And really, when you own a business and you're an entrepreneur, you really cannot clock out. You cannot, because it's like a baby that you have to take care of 24/7. It's your work, you know?
True.
And especially if you are serving internationally, you really cannot take a break, because you go to bed, somebody else just woke up. Like, it's a little bit insane, but this is the world we're living in. I feel like Arabs have nothing to do with this.
Yeah, they really don't. I don't know how we drifted to this point, but going back to Arabs.
Yeah.
What is the most situation that kind of traumatized you from your community when you were here?
The way that I dress, honestly, and the way that I used to do things like back in high school. And okay, so I started modeling at 16.
Yeah.
And when you're a model, you wear whatever you're wearing, you know, whatever you sign up for, that's it. This is what you're wearing.
It's a job. Yeah.
Exactly. So sometimes I would have like photographers take pictures of me on the runway with like bikinis or like lingerie and things like that. I would seriously go to my Facebook and be tagged, right? I would have to change my settings. Like every time the Facebook brings the new settings, I would have to put it in.
Yeah.
Like if they bring the settings where you can untag yourself, I would do that. Where like people cannot see the pictures that you're tagged in, I would do that. You know, like block people, block family, I would do that. And it was pretty stressful, honestly, because like I would have to be super careful 24/7 on my social media just to see who's tagging me, you know, like after a runway show or after a photo shoot or anything, just so other people don't see it, because most of my profiles were public. So that's back in like 2016, 17, things like that, you know?
Yeah.
A little bit less, I think, back then. It's been a long time, honestly, but I mean, I only went through that because I'm an Arab. You know, if I wasn't an Arab, I don't think I would have gone through this, because people don't really care about it's a job. You know what I mean?
Well, I know some of my friends that are non-Arab still. Their families are pretty, strict
conservative,
and conservative.
But like majority of the Middle East is
like that.
Yeah,
you're literally like are certain jobs that you don't feel comfortable expressing yourself, and even though you love it and you're so passionate about it, just because you're auntie from your dad's side that you have never seen her, she might say something, you know?
True.
And I'm like, mind your own business. But it's just these things are very, very annoying.
And I'm happy that the Middle East is becoming more of a tourist place where they're getting used to seeing people dress however they want to dress, because honestly, without social media and without like the fast-paced life that we live in, I don't think the Middle East would have reached this point. Like, honestly, every time I would wear like a crop top, people would be like, oh my god, she's wearing crop top. But now, like, especially in the past 3 years, I feel like everybody is okay with it, you know. It's changing, it's not the same, and it's beneficial in my opinion, because it's just like you can do whatever you want more, you know. That's what social media helped. It's like being less strict and less conservative. But I don't know, your ideologies can still be conservative, but just not the way you dress and the way you represent yourself. Like, they put so much judgment on the way that you represent yourself to a point that is scary.
Yeah. As in, like, if you dress up in a certain way, you are a horrible person, you know?
Yeah.
The person inside, or the soul, has nothing to do with the body.
Yeah.
To me, in that sense.
Yeah.
You're expressing things that you might like, certain top that you like, certain bottom, whatever, like, things that you want to put on, has nothing to do with your soul. If you're a good person, you're going to be a good person, whether you're covered up head to toe or you are wearing a bikini. Does not matter. The most...
How about you?
The most traumatic thing, I was about to say, it was having to explain myself to people of where I'm coming from.
Okay.
You know, like, people having a certain image about Arabs being barbaric, and you know what I mean?
Damn.
Of us being, and I, at first when I came here, I was in North Carolina, so it was not diverse at all.
Yeah. And it was what year?
Very close-minded. Yes, it was 2013.
Yeah, bro.
So
I feel like
nobody,
after 2019,
yeah,
the world changed.
for sure. Yeah, for
like,
sure.
I feel like everybody became like one spot.
Yes.
It's completely different.
True.
Before 2019, the world was on a different...
Closed off. Everyone's living in their own bubble.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now we're all in the same bubble.
Yes. So I would have to explain myself that I would get the stupidest questions. Have you ever hurt somebody? Have you ever done this to somebody? Have you ever,
Are you a terrorist? Is
Are
your
you
dad a terrorist?
Exactly. I really didn't want to say, thank you for saying it.
I swear.
Have you ever killed someone? Have you ever? And I'm like, girl, if I have killed someone, I would not be sitting right here. Why do you think I would, at 18? No, when I got here, I was 14. I was like, as a 14-year-old girl, I would not be here. Why would I kill someone? I didn't do nothing. And they would ask me up questions about the hijab. Why aren't you wearing the hijab? Why aren't you covering your head? And I'm like, because I don't want to. And they're like, oh, you have an option? I'm like, okay, this is cute. So these things, all these questions, all of this, things that are repeatedly saying to me kind of made me feel like I should hide my culture.
Yeah.
You know, like I should just maybe not interact with anyone, not say that I'm Arab, just go by my day, and you know. But I had a strong accent when I came, so I would like always give it away. But then after that, it just like took me some time to fall in love back with where I'm coming from. You know, and be like, I'm very proud of where I'm coming from. I don't care. I don't need to explain myself to you. If you are uneducated and ignorant, that is on you. I'm not here to educate you. If you have free time, go ahead and educate yourself. Yeah. Because I'm tired.
Honestly, who wants to sit down and explain every single thing about their culture that is stereotypical? Exactly. Who in this world would like that? Of course, you'll find it annoying. Of course, you're not going to want to talk about it, because how many times are you going to be able to talk about it?
And until today, I would encounter people that are curious to know a bit. Okay, sometimes I'm like, I'll tell you about the food. I'll tell you about, the clothes.
Things that you cannot really Google and find easily.
Some things are draining and repeat it every single time I meet a new person. So I'm like, now I say it up front. I'm like, you got Google. Like, if you want to learn, I'm tired.
I really get offended when people ask me things that are on Google. I'm like, am I Google? Like, Google it. Like, seriously, I have Google it. This is a term that I say it very... Google it.
To me. Sometimes.
Google it. Google is there.
Sometimes I ask Therese something, she's like, Google. Google it.
Because I seriously Google everything. Like everything.
I think we have a video actually and you're like, did you ever hear about Google? I think so.
I think so.
It was the cat. It was the
Oh,
cat
oh my
vaccine one
God.
from season 3. Yeah, it was funny.
That was dramatic.
Yeah, and I Googled it, but I still asked you. I was like, Google didn't give me an answer. Now I got so cute.
Yeah, yeah. But thank God for the internet. Thank God for what happened after
Literally.
2019, because the world will change and people
we needed
are...
COVID. We really needed COVID to sit down and just have some free time to educate ourselves.
100%. 100%.
But what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something
Related to what?
being an Arab.
Oh. Oh God, I really love being an Arab.
Yeah, I really do. I do. The food is amazing.
Oh my God.
The
Unbeatable.
clothing
The
and
music.
the texture and everything is so good. The music is
The dance.
Yes, dance. I love. Oh, Arab dances are
It's so
perfect.
fun.
And y'all love the belly dance and y'all love the hummus and all of that. You know,
Yeah.
it's
And
a
honestly,
cool culture.
It's
Don't
the
have
fastest growing cuisine in the world is the Mediterranean.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So what's up?
Yeah. Oh, also, I was gonna say about Google it. Google everything, but not the language. Please.
Not the translate.
Please don't translate.
Don't
Google translate and come up.
And don't tattoo it. Like don't tattoo an
ask
Arab
me,
thing.
ask me. I would literally go with you to the tattoo place and help you out because y'all sometimes be writing it mirrored the other way.
Oh, hell
and y'all sometimes be
no.
having words that make no fucking sense. Like the grammar is wrong, spelling is wrong, some weird shit. And the font also, I'm like, this is not a cute font for an Arab language. Don't do that, please.
I've
Ask me.
encountered
I would help.
I've encountered somebody with a tattoo that does not make sense.
Yeah.
Like it should have been, the saying is known, but it was said in a wrong way. Like the grammar was wrong, but it's a true saying, but it's wrong. This is not how we say it.
Yeah.
Oh God, I didn't say anything. I was like, yeah, I can understand. Overall,
No.
what you say at this point? It's already tattooed. I don't care.
I swear to God, one time a guy with us at high school, he had it mirrored, like the other
Oh my
way.
God.
I'm like, it's either you or whoever that tattooed you. One of y'all is stupid.
It's both of y'all, bro. It's a two-way street.
One of y'all or maybe he gave it to the tattoo artist and the tattoo artist didn't know Arabic. You know, he thought it was just like
Yeah.
sick wiggly things like y'all say. I fucking hate when someone says that to me. Yeah, it's just like a drawing, sick wiggly thing. I have a friend that says that. Stop it. Please.
I love the Arabic writing. I'm not the best, but I honestly write every now and then. Like really hold a pen and write in Arabic. Numbers, same thing. But yeah.
I love it too. I write my diaries all the time in Arabic. I like to write poetry. I'm not the best, but I like to.
I like
to
it.
read
It rhymes.
in
Yeah.
Arabic. I love it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing about being an Arab?
Oh, that's a hard one.
It is.
It's
That's why
very
I'm
hard.
asking.
Maybe the way that we interact with each other back home. That we're not here. There's a social awkward thing that you don't know your neighbor at all.
Yeah, so true.
Back home, oh my God, I would spend 8 hours in my neighbor house.
Yeah.
Like we would be in each other's houses all the time. I grew up in Al Yarmouk.
Yeah.
It's a very, very chaotic but like cool space to grow up in. I don't know how to explain it. The streets are always filled with kids playing. Men are sitting outside drinking tea. Women are always together in their own. Like they rotate which house they go to. And we don't go to school a lot for a long time, and everybody leaves school and work at like 12 or 1 p.m.
Yeah.
And then after that you have the whole day to just like play around and socialize. I miss that. I miss being social with people and talking to a lot of people. Here I feel very drained so quickly.
You know why? It's because the working hours. It's like there we work from like 6, 7 to like 2 or 3, and that's it. You're done. You have the whole day. Even like in winter, you still see sunshine. You know what I mean? here it's like you don't finish work till 6, 5 or 6. Like, are you kidding me? Your day's over. Like, that's it. You only have the night. You only have one part of the day that is for you. There, it's only the morning that is kind of busy, and a little bit from the afternoon. The rest is all yours.
True. For me, another thing that I cannot like the pick and choose between. I feel like I loved architecture there.
Oh.
I fell in love with architecture there. I used to walk around and like touch materials and bricks and feel
I don't blame you.
I love architecture back home, and I feel like when I got here, I really felt depressed because whatever the ideas that I had as a kid and the things are not implemented here. Like the buildings around me are all looking alike. All the houses are with the Barbie roof type of thing. They all look alike.
Yeah.
And the things that they teach us at school is not reflected on the place. So I'm like, this is very I learn about Islamic architecture and I'm like, I leave and there's not a single pattern outside. It's very plain.
True.
So I feel like I broke up with architecture here and I fell in love with it back there. So I miss the architecture there too. But yeah.
So true.
What is your favorite?
My favorite is being an Arab, like the way I look, honestly.
All of it.
Yeah, all of it. The way I look and the culture is my two favorite. Like I can connect with an Arab just because they're an Arab. Yeah. I'm that silly. Yes. Sorry. Yeah. I don't know. You can call it whatever you want to call it, but this is how I feel.
No, it's not silly. I feel like you can rely back on like things that you guys went through together. Yeah. Same things that feel. Same food, same clothes. It's something that you can relate to the other person.
Yeah, I feel like my mental state is very Arab.
Yeah. True.
So it's something that I cannot put into words, but it's something that is embedded in me and I feel it. So that's what I enjoy the most. Like I feel so different because I'm an Arab, but yet so not.
I love that about you. You know what I thought when we were first gonna see each other after like, I don't know, 10 years or whatever that we haven't seen each other. My thought, I was like, oh, they're Americanized as hell. Like before I saw y'all. Yeah. I thought I was just gonna meet like American girls or just gonna.
Definitely not.
And I was like, oh, nice.
Yeah.
No. Like it was embedded, and I feel like our families really tried to put that in our brain. Like I came way older than when you came.
I came at 14.
To the U.S.
Yeah, 14. Not
12. I thought 12.
No, 14.
Oh, so we came at the same age.
Yeah.
I came 14 too.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's perfect.
It's because you're younger than me, so you think that I was younger when I came here because I came before
probably.
you. Yeah.
I don't know. It just feels weird.
No.
But my dad would always be like, "We don't do that. Like, we're Arabs. Like, remember where you're coming from. Yes, remember what you do. So I'm like, I always loved that. That I always have something to tie myself back to and hold myself accountable to certain standards because,
I truly
there
love
are
that.
things. I really do love it too. Some people think that we are oppressed and we are,
no.
We're not.
Let me tell you that. Arab women,
we're strongest.
Most of them are not oppressed. Most Arab women, I'm speaking from what I've seen, most of Arab women are not oppressed.
Yeah.
Really, a very small percentage, yes. They are very oppressed. But the rest,
and we are very strong and very smart. You give us a guide in life, and God always is the one that guided me. I don't know.
So
you
true.
give me one light, and I will follow that to whatever I want to do in this life, and I will achieve it. Arab women are very strong because they have seen so much.
Yeah.
We've been through war and a lot of crazy shit that it just makes you. I don't like to use that, but it's the only word that I have in my mind. Man up. Like, not in the sense that, men are better than women, whatever.
Yeah.
But like, it makes you, become stronger and it makes you,
And I feel like they have stronger morals and ethics. It's pretty important to me, honestly, that it's something that is embedded in us that we have stronger morals as Arabs. Some Arabs, not all of us.
Yeah.
But when you find an Arab that is ethical, that's it. It's done. You know what I mean? You can really trust them a little bit. It's harder for me to find good morals in other ethnicities, or maybe because I have not given like a huge chance or lived with a different ethnicity, you know.
I feel like in that sense you haven't.
Yeah,
you really
I
have
think
not.
it's because it's an experience. You only know that
Yeah.
from long-term experience.
Yeah.
Um,
In my
Yeah.
case,
Yeah.
to be fair and say it that way, I've been friends with Arabs here,
yeah,
and I was traumatized for life. I was like, hell no, never again. You know,
Yeah.
I will never be friends with Arabs. Like, you're
Yeah.
out of the equation. It's
Yeah.
different. But it was very traumatizing because of the gossip thing. They
Okay.
would love to gossip. They
Yeah.
did not have something to do with their life. And I'm busy and I'm doing my own shit. And then
Yeah.
they would want me to hang out with them every single day. And if I don't, then I'm fake. And they would start talking
So
shit
true.
about me.
Yeah.
I'm like, girl, I'm not fake. I'm just in the shop cutting wood and doing my own shit. Like, get a life. I don't know what to do, what to
Yeah.
tell you.
Yeah.
And I've seen people that are non-Arabs that have stood by my side, that have, you know, done so much for me. I've seen their families, they've seen my family. So it's
Yeah.
different. It really is different.
Yeah.
I've encountered the best in both
Yeah.
of the worlds, you know?
True.
So,
Yeah, I honestly don't have girlfriends, like Arab girlfriends, other than you. But
yeah, me neither.
that also what stopped it is gossip and things like that. So
Yeah.
whatever. Honestly, I guess it's something that they cannot let go of. You know, the gossip.
Yeah, and it can hinder the whole
Yeah.
friendship.
Yeah.
You know, it's not nice.
Yeah.
And if you have a problem with me, come up to me and tell me. Don't start talking shit about me to other people, you know?
Yeah, that's something that I really dislike about Arabs is they do not mention the elephant in the room.
No.
For them, it's like they'll go and talk about everything, but the elephant in the room.
Yep.
For me, is that no, bro. The first thing that we're gonna be talking about is the elephant in the room. That's part of my personality. This
yeah.
is why I cannot be probably close with a lot of Arabs here in the States or build those strong relationships, because I'm always bringing up the elephant in the room till we take care of that.
And
I love it. I truly love.
Yes, I love it about you too, because it makes me feel comfortable.
Makes things
too.
easier.
Yeah, it makes it much easier. But they are coming from not a bad place. They just don't want to. They think that they don't want to hurt your feelings.
Mhm.
You know, most likely is because they don't have the courage to tell it to you in your face, because they're like, oh, I'm gonna hurt their feelings. And it's much easier to hurt someone's feelings and be open with them,
Mm-hmm.
because trust me, they will understand where you're coming from, because you're coming from love. They might be mad for like a couple of days, and after that y'all are gonna go back to normal.
True.
Better than putting things under the table and not really cleaning the whole room like entirely, because
true.
things are gonna pile up, and you're gonna lose each other in the long run.
100%.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've talked everything that I want about being an Arab, and
Leave your comments, guys. Leave
Yeah.
your comments if you think we missed something. But I don't think we missed anything.
No.
That's just how everything that I'm thinking about
Yeah.
Arabs, you know?
yeah, and please don't come for us. We're just talking about our culture. We
I
love
have the
it.
right to speak about Arabs. I'm an
Yeah.
Arab. Like, if I'm talking shit, I'm talking shit about myself. If I'm talking good, I'm talking good about myself.
Well,
So what's wrong?
We're part educational here.
Yeah.
You know, we're just educating y'all about some things. And
I'm not
be
educating
better.
nobody.
I am.
Nobody.
I am, because I would like to not be asked any more questions, please. Because if anyone asks me any more stupid questions, I'm gonna give them the QR code to this episode. So that's it.
That's it. We're done.
Have a blessed day.
I hope you enjoyed this. We love you guys, and we see you next time.
See you. Bye.
Bye.